Well, on the question of what's driving Chinese behavior in the maritime domain, I think that there are probably several trends or vectors, if you will, that have come together over the last few years to produce an impetus for what we're seeing both in the South China Sea, the East China Sea, etc. First, of course, you talk about the globalization of China's economy. One of the results of the Hu Jintao decade is that Xi Jinping inherits a China whose economy is so globalized into the international order and so dependent to a certain degree upon the maritime domain that the idea of a sea consciousness, something that Jiang Zemin tried to do in the mid to late 1980s and have the Chinese people conscious of the importance of the sea, has now really borne fruit. And so we've got this globalized economy that has to use the sea lines of communication. And of course, being dependent upon the maritime domain for a good part of its economy, China is also conscious of its maritime vulnerability. So you've got this whole economic issue out there. Second, of course, there's been a certain relaxation in cross-strait relations between the mainland and Taiwan. And so in some quarters of China, there are some people who believe that they have a window at the moment of relaxed relations with Taiwan in order to look at other issues, and the South China Sea being one of them. Of course, there have been other drivers that have been external to China. One of them, of course, a few years ago were UN mandated deadlines for countries to file claims on baselines, continental shelves, etc. And so you had various countries in the region filing claims, which of course acted as a catalyst to China to react to and also file its own claims. So you have many of these things going on at the same time. Of course, you also have a certain amount of Chinese confidence these days as the second largest economy in the world, especially in this era of Xi Jinping. One gets the sense that the Chinese party state is no longer prepared to react to its external security environment, but actually try to shape it. So what we see here is a prime example of China trying to proactively shape its own external security environment. Remember, these things are happening on China's periphery. It's their backyard in their near seas areas. So all of these things are coming together at the same time. Also, Chinese concerns about the rebalance. And then as far as the East China Sea is concerned, you have catalytic events such as the nationalization of the Senkaku/Diaoyudao Islands and all that has entailed for tit-for-tat reaction. So all of this is coming together over the course of the last few years and all wrapped up in a very tidy bundle of the Chinese believing that they've got to be assertive to make sure that their claims are not overlooked.